Libra, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are love, you are creation. There's something that happened where your whole world could have went upside down, where you've been doubting if you are love, and if you can actually create something that you actually desire. You could be feeling discouraged and defeated in the moment, but remember that you are the creation itself. So, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you are that thing. You are the creation. I feel like I'm talking to a divine feminine here. There's a person who could be doubting themselves when it comes to love, doubting themselves when it comes to procreation, doubting themselves when it comes to creating their reality. But you are the love, you are the creation. And in some time, because time heals all wounds, you're going to have yourself a good laugh about this moment. You're going to be laughing about this moment that you doubted your love, that even still, in spite of what you feel like you are going through, you still created. Even still, in spite of what happened, you still loved. You still possess that energy. I do feel like your higher self could be giving you, not a hard time, but could be kind of like stretching you to grow and stretching you to see something and laugh at it and not to see something so seriously. There's something that you could have been going through that could have turned your world upside down. And this is averting of chaos. This is like a tower moment. The crumbling, the rust, the mess, the rumbles, all of the debris of the tower could make you feel like, where am I? Where did I go? Where did I get in? What did I get myself into? But just remember that you are the creation itself. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, you can create it. You are divine feminine energy. You are life. You are the creator of life. So, I feel like that's telling you you can create your life. All right. Let's get right into the affirmation of the day. For you, Libra, and it is, I am strong enough to overcome any obstacle. Let's say it together 4 times. I am strong enough to overcome any obstacle. 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 It says, what obstacle have I recently overcome? What lessons did I learn along the way? All right, so with this strength that you have, that you were born with, that is your birthright, you also have proof. You have proof. You have other things that you've overcame in your life. You have other obstacles that you've overcome. You have other moments where you felt discouraged and somehow you laughed at it. Somehow you were like, wow, I did it anyway. You have proof. So there is some type of proof that shows how strong you are. It's just you have to ask the right questions and look at the right things. Change your perception on how you're looking at things, and things will definitely look different. I'm still having a moment thinking about, okay, so how am I going to laugh at this? And it's almost given like there's some type of pain that you're going to laugh at. I kind of think about like when you're going through something really, really tough, and then you can finally make a joke about it. You can finally talk about the thing without crying. You may even be able to find some type of humor in it and that's that growth and that strength. It's just don't doubt your ability to create. Don't doubt your ability to love. Don't doubt that you are love. Number one. In the blessing bag today, we have an amazing idea that can change your life. All right, so you have some type of insights coming to you today, coming very, very strong. Also, it's going to be a really, really steamy night if you do have a person, okay? So really, really steamy, or this is going to be a really, really intimate night. May want to check in with your sacral chakra and see how that is being activated right now, but there's going to be an amazing idea that come across your palette, and it can change your life. So be mindful of that. You may want to spend some time in silence today. You may want to spend some time in silence. Let's see. The tarot energy, we got two. We got the Sun and we got the Knight of Swords. Okay. So we got a lot of illumination happening today. The illumination is something is going to be illuminating what you've learned, because we have the Knight of Swords here. So this is your determination, okay? Your determination to make something happen, your determination to learn something, your hard work. There's something that's going to be illuminating based off of your hard work. So this is like hard work paying off. You are coming up as the Knight of Swords. Very, very just determined, dedicated, like you're so focused. Also, there is this attraction, which is the Knight of Swords is like a mirror to me. And it's also like a magnet. I think about a knight with all of that metal on, and they're very, very magnetic, like very, very magnetic, like walking through, attracting so many things. Focus. So be mindful of what you attract on your journey. But also this is like mirroring to you the light. So I do feel like the universe is definitely going to be mirroring you back your light. This could be in a person. Definitely could be a Gemini or a Leo that could be mirroring back to you your light, mirroring back to you something really, really positive in yourself that you do need to celebrate. So be mindful of that today. Yeah, be mindful of that today. Since we're talking about the divine feminine energy today and the divine feminine forgetting, or kind of like needing that pep talk of understanding, getting back to who she is, I'm definitely going to go into two decks, divine feminine decks, okay? Believing in your own magic, because you are magical. And this is, you need to believe in your own ability to create. Creating life, not just for other people, your life. All right, let's see. What is the morning inspo for Libra? This is going to be for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising. If you find anything that resonates, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up to get it circulating so other Libras can find it too. All right, let's see. What do we have for Libra today? All right, we have confidence. Okay, it comes with practice. All right, some of you guys could have been working on your confidence. You could have had a shot to your confidence, or something could be making you feel less confident. And this is because you are putting yourself out there in the spotlight. As you can see, the sword and the sun. So I do feel like that there's something that you've been working on that you feel like, maybe I'm not as confident enough. Maybe I need to, open myself up enough. I need to give myself more. I need to do more. There's a need for you to be a little bit more kind to yourself. Everything comes with time and practice. So as long as you keep on showing up for you, these things are going to come a little bit more natural as time passes on. But I do feel like the sun is illuminating some type of confidence. So I do feel like there's a person who could be mirroring your confidence to you. All right. In career, we do have feast. Slow down and celebrate yourself. If somebody's not celebrating themselves, not celebrating all that they have done, there's a need for you to slow down and celebrate. Feast. You are coming up as the Knight of Swords today. So the Knight of Swords is all about work, 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 results, work, or learning. It's about keeping their heads down. The Knight of Swords has to constantly remind themselves to kind of take breaks. And in this break, make sure you pamper yourself. Get that massage. Book that trip. Buy the bag. Buy the shoes. Okay? Celebrate yourself. Or it could be just be something subtle. Like, have a glass of wine. Go for lunch. Go on a solo date for lunch. Or go with somebody who truly appreciates you, who's willing to celebrate you too. And make sure you celebrate yourself. Feast. You do see she's feasting off of fruits and vegetables, so that could be a sign for someone, especially for somebody who have already been thinking about that they need to kind of like eat a little bit more plant-based fruits, or they might want to start eating a little bit more healthier. This could be you having a fruit feast. But make sure you slow down and celebrate yourself when it comes to career. When it comes to love, you can manifest your every wish here. Okay, so you can definitely manifest the love that it is that you want. For some of you guys, you could be feeling discouraged when it comes to love. And Spirit wants you to know that you can definitely manifest whatever it is that you want in love. All right. On the spiritual plane, you have protests. You have start a revolution. Speak up. There's something that you need to do for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. There's a cause that's happening. I do feel like that there could be something that you're going through internally, that Spirit could be trying to get you the strength, your strength muscles to stand up for yourself. There could be some type of inner battle that you're going through, that you may need some spiritual backing, whether you should stand up for something or whether you should let it go. And Spirit is telling you, you definitely need to stand up for yourself. Thinking about this protest of people who have causes for them, okay, inside them. You think about the people who start the movement. It's very, very linked closely to them. I think about moms against drunk driving. Usually it's mothers who've lost kids due to drunk driving. When you think about like Black Lives Matter, usually it's people who have been through police brutality or police, discrimination and racism with, authority figures. You think about these things, these are linked personally to you. So there's something personally that's linked to you that you definitely need to stand up for. You may even start to make some type of whole movement out of it. Okay. Your advice from Spirit is make the change. There is something, an addiction, okay, that you have been thinking about cutting away from your life. And I just got some insight today about addictions. And usually people who are very, very generous and overly generous, overly kind, they usually have addictions. And this is how they are linked. Usually when you're overly generous, you give at the detriment to yourself. Okay? Because it's a thing of having discernment. And a lot of times the people who are overly generous, the people who are overly kind, and I used to be like, I'm a giver, I'm a kind, I'm da-da-da-da. And I'm still learning in this way of how to say no. Just two little words. Sometimes it'd be hard to say how to say no. But when you overly give, it's usually at detriment to yourself. And think about that in a way of giving to an addiction. So let's say you overly give to people, and now you overly give to this addiction that's at detriment to yourself. So they have some type of links there. There are some type of stoic practices that you could take. I'm going to elaborate on this on some other videos. But there is some type of addiction that is the advice from Spirit, that this definitely needs to get cut from your life. You've already been thinking about making this change. You could have already started of taking steps to make this change, to cut some type of habit. And after you make this change, there is like no going, like your life completely changes. There could be something that could be keeping you stuck, something that you're holding on to, that you've put a lot of value in, that could be keeping you stuck, keeping you in a certain type of position, okay? What's coming towards you? You have storm, and it's every hurricane comes to an end. This is the end of a storm approaching. So, you definitely went through a storm, and this storm kind of crumbled a lot of, and look, I have the tower at the bottom of the deck. It says unplug and relax. But that's what I'm looking at the storm as. The storm was just a tower. The storm was just averting chaos. The storm was just breaking down the false foundation. And in that breaking down the false foundation, you don't want to lose touch with you. So you may need to get back in touch with yourself. And that could be that steamy night. You may need to get back in touch, back intimate with yourself, get to know yourself a little bit more. See what you like, get back to what it is you like, get back to what it is you love. Like, what is your favorite song? And do you know all the words to it? What is your favorite meal? And do you know how to prepare it? Or if you're not a cook, do you know who has the best, that best meal in your area? Like, what is the things that you love? And are you pouring into those things, or are you overly giving? And I do feel like Divine Feminine has this energy, and it could be masculine too, where she overly gives, out of love, of course, but then it's a lack of self boundaries. All right, so it's kind of fear, but at the root of everything is love. But it's kind of out of fear of being alone, or of not being, not pleasing someone, or fear of hurting someone, or fear of giving somebody the impression that they don't love, or giving someone the impression that they're, that they're not creating, that they're not nurturing, that they're not caring. It is that fear in which Divine Feminine usually overextends and gives and gives. And if you see the Empress card, usually the Empress is like she's in the midst of it all. She's with the fruit, the trees, the animals, the birds, the water. Like, she's like the link to it all. So there's a need for you to kind of like look at yourself as the priority. I just seen a quote today. It said, before you give somebody a piece of chocolate, make sure you eat one and you savor the taste. Before you cook somebody a delicious meal, or before you're about to go out and make some type of delicious 4-course meal, make sure you give yourself the feast and you savor it with a glass of wine and dessert and a nice movie and some nice music, okay? The overall message is tree. Let them go. Is there a person here that's making you feel like, is there a relationship that you felt like could have shattered? Is there some type of crumbling of the truth of a relationship? Now, there is some type of relationship here, and there is some type of relationship that has gotten used to you overly giving. I thought I was going to talk about this in another video, but here we are. There's a relationship that has gotten used to you overly giving. It has gotten used to you being in a certain position where, yes, it's just the norm. Somebody or people, it says them, so that's plural, okay? So there's people. So you've made you have this tree, so you've built a whole type of foundation. This is the crumbling of the foundation. Maybe you've started to say no. Maybe you've noticed that something was false, and maybe you've noticed how something was bothering you, and you decided to say no. And maybe things got into an uproar, and now this foundation is crumbling because a person is not used to, or people are not used to you putting yourself as priority. People are used to you putting them as priority, and then you taking the scraps. Not you going in and you getting the feast. Not you going in and you sitting on the throne and people coming to you with the whole feast and you get the first picks. You have to get used to being first. Tell me more about confidence. You got plant seeds. Sacred temple. This is you. Yeah, there is a thunderstorm. You're going through a shift right now. And let me get into the shifts really quickly. But you're going through a shift right now. And it could be a little bit scary. This is a new beginning. This is something very, very new for you. But it could be a little scary. All right. It says like the changing of the seasons, transitioning from who you are to who you are becoming is a gradual process. The shift arises when you may feel suspended in time or as if at a crossroads. You are ready to move towards something bigger, but there are many paths you can take. So much potential. It's hard to take the first step. Be still in this transition and take this opportunity to look before you leap. So you're getting the sight of the owl. Now is your chance to gain additional clarity before making a decision. Review all options thoroughly and check in with your beliefs, values, and goals. Call upon your guides. Be still. Being still may bring up feelings of anxiousness and vulnerability, so have compassion with yourself as you take this much needed moment of suspension. Know that this transitional phase will pass and soon the path will become clear. So you're in a transition. Also, you're going back toward the path of self-respect, self-validation, to connect to your physical body and to feel your power radiating from your skin. You are the goddess and your body the temple. Your body is a record of your ancestor who walked before you. By honoring yourself, you are also honoring thousands of years of ancestral heritage, pride, and power. Adorn your body as if you are preparing an altar. Take time to pamper yourself with a long bath and wear clothing that makes you feel beautiful. And as you care for your physical form, silence your inner critic, the voice that compares your body to others and puts you down, and speak to yourself as if you are the powerful goddess capable of moving mountains, because you are. Know that you are worthy of reverence and of care, and your value is intrinsic. Honor the beauty in every curve, the strength in every scar, the worthiness inside with your words and thoughts. Share yourself only with those who will do the same. So there's a lot of this happening. You are moving into this new, you are kind of creating a tower. And this could be this tower within. So you're getting back to your self-validation, your self-respect. You're honoring your body. You're going around people who only honor you, who only love and care for you. And you're planting new seeds. And this could be a little scared. Like, look how scared you are. Could y'all see that? Yeah. Look how scared you are. Nervous. Like you don't know how something is going to happen. But the seed is planted. There's a need for you to water this new seed. Also, this in itself is creating this thunderstorm. So it's about you. It's about what you're waking up to see. All right, let's see. Tell me more about feast. Slow down and celebrate yourself. All right, you have the sight of the owl. So there's something that you're going to be seeing, some type of future vision that you're going to be seeing. You could possibly be in a drought right now. You could possibly be in a situation where you feel like you need to work, more work, no rest. I'll rest when I'm, you know what people say. And something is giving you the sight of the owl that you definitely need to celebrate yourself right now. Right now, in the present moment is really, really big. Also, there are some type of relationships that are really, really going to aid you forward, especially when it comes to career and business. These relationships are really, really going to aid you. Okay. Tell me more about stars. All right. Wow. You have abundance here. You're able to create the abundance that you want in love, that you desire, that you wish for when it comes to love. You have the power to create it. All right. There's a need for you to be very, very clear about what you have space for in your life. For some of you guys, you need to commit to this love, or creating, manifesting the love that you wish to seek in your life. There needs to be some type of commitment to this type of this love, this new practice here. This is also, you have to sacrifice an outdated belief about yourself. Inner healing. There's an outdated belief that you have about yourself that could be blocking your manifestations from love. So that you could feel abundance in your relationship with yourself and relationship with others. There's an outdated belief that you definitely need to sacrifice. All right. Tell me more about protests. Protests. Yeah. There are going to be some people to come around you. Really, really nice people. Based off of all that you've done, based off all that you've given, you have offerings, which means you've been pouring yourself into a lot of things. So there are people who are going to be gathering around you that you pour into, that are going to pour into some type of cause, or that is going to help you stand up for yourself in some type. Yeah, you're very, very sacred. It's like people are surrounding you like you're very, very sacred. There's something that you're standing up, or there's something that you're speaking about that's very, very personal to you. And there's a lot of people that are going to gather around. You have this ivy. Look at all of these leaves. These are the positive relationships. These are great, flourishing relationships, life-giving relationships that come around. And this is also in the spiritual plane. So you definitely could be getting this sight right here. Somebody is also going to become very, very busy, very, very quick. So you may need to slow down and celebrate yourself now. Tell me more about sword. Yes, you are about to rise. So this is a part of yourself. And you have run with wolves. Let's see, this is like a pack. For some of you guys, there is a need for you to find a new tribe. This addiction, some of you guys, you could be around a tribe that's surrounding around a certain type of addiction that you have, that you're addicted with. I'm just thinking about addictions and stuff like that. But this is some type of tribe. I almost look like the Four of Pentacles, of holding on something that's keeping you down. And also the crabs in the barrel type of analogy. But the moment that you cut this tribe around, you have Run with Wolves. It says Run with Wolves commonly comes to you when you are questioning your relationships and interactions with others. As you become more aware of your emotional needs, you may find that familiar relationships, even those with family, no longer align with your soul. Occasionally, a wolf feels the need to seek a new pack and a new place to call home in order to thrive. That's saying a lot, okay? With Rise coming out, with the Phoenix coming out. So there is somebody, there's people that are holding you, keep on holding you, what is it, hostage to your old self, because the Phoenix is about a part of yourself dying and the true you rising from the flames. So there's somebody there's some people who keeps on holding you to a certain image of yourself that you feel like there's no growth there. And you may feel like, I just need to leave in order to thrive. If you're having that feeling like you need to leave in order to thrive, you may want to reconsider those relationships, especially if you can't leave for a while, because you don't want to put your thriving on hold, right? So these are relationships. So they are talking about let them go. Okay, cut these relationships from your life. The moment that you cut these relationships from your life, things will definitely change. Tell me more about Storm. Also the 22nd, right before our season. It's very, very symbolic. All right. So you got spiritual journey here. So what's coming towards you is the storm is over. And what is being illuminated to you is a spiritual path. Or now you're able to walk on your spiritual path. And you do have the womb at the bottom of the deck here. So this is this new creation. This is this divine feminine energy. Here, this new life. Somebody is walking into some type of new life after some type of storm. So this had to be a tower. This is to awaken your sacred ability to create and heal. The process of creation and healing are two sides of the same coin. To create, one must imagine something that has never been. To heal, one must be willing to embrace a new way of being. So creating and healing. Embrace a new way of being and imagine something that has never been. Getting back tapped on your spiritual journey. All right. And last but not least, tell me more about tree. We got two coming out. We got the mountain and the spirit of the north. The mountain. First, we're going to go into the mountain here. The mountain is the gatherer. The mountain, the gatherer. What are you gathering from this? This is your harvest is here. Your harvest is ready. Now is the time to gather your resources and keep them close at hand. You are abundant at this time and should celebrate your prosperity. However, you must be sure to prepare for winter. Like the earth, you will flow through seasons of harvest and scarcity, cycles of abundance and drought. Remember to fill your spiritual, mental, and physical reserves while you have more than enough. That could mean resting when you have the extra free time or saving unexpected financial windfalls. Unforeseen challenges cannot be avoided, but they can be easier to manage when you have something to fall back on. The mountain is here. Relying too much on your rational mind. You've lost sight of the bigger picture. Obsessing over tiny details without a higher purpose, these details will become meaningless and get lost in the sea of confusion and doubt. You're in need of a new perspective mind of what really matters and to see your situation from a much higher view. Connect with your intuition and ask yourself, What am I reaching for ultimately? This is with the people. You have relied too much on your rational mind. Okay, so you're not thinking about how it is that you feel. Not using your feelings as a priority. What you do, overly giving, overly being generous. All right, you do have the spirit of the north coming in, and that is that earth spirit. That is that calming spirit, that grounding spirit. This comes... Greatness is not built overnight. You do have the mountain here. Have patience. You can work towards your goal and celebrate small wins as you would celebrate really, really big wins. If you're seeking financial security, you should find it through determination and proper planning. If you're seeking health and well-being, you will obtain this through perseverance and commitment. The energy of strength, stability, practicality, and resourcefulness. Okay. There's a need for you to let... Yeah. There's a need for you to imagine some type of new... the relationships. And definitely got to clean up the relationships. All right, let's get into the angel therapy. Angel oracle. You got Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you doing your healing work. You also have power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. Be mindful of the animals that you see. And you have release. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. All right. So that is your morning inspo. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.